Sony drops a newish camera, the FX3a.
Snooze.
What does this mean for Canon?
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Bro.
Snooze. Hold on. Let me pull it up because that sounds so disrespectful.
That does. You know what you sound like right now?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
No, okay.
All right.
So let me
Can I tell the people the stuff?
No,
Or you got it? You know
I got it.
Okay,
I got
okay.
it. So a lot of you guys probably saw that yesterday or day before yesterday that Sony actually announced a brand new in quotations, FX3a. And for the most part, if you are a FX3 shooter, I think you'll be pretty happy because this is not much new. It's basically the exact same camera. However, they have actually swapped out the LCD screen on it. They have also added a USB-C port to it, and they updated the battery charger. What? What do you think is so funny?
Bro. Could have been an email.
It was an email.
Bro. Don't even tell people you're doing it.
They
just
didn't.
Do
They
it.
just did it.
Oh
They
my
didn't tell
gosh,
anybody. They
bro.
didn't do like a whole press release.
I know.
I mean, Terry didn't drop 50 videos on it. So
He dropped a video though.
a video, and I don't even know if they sent him one. That's how underwhelming they knew this camera was going to be.
Okay, I gotta ask the genuine question because I'm sure having the LCD refresh going from 1.44 million dots to 2.36,
Yes.
that's an improvement.
Yes.
That's great. Bro,
Why?
why?
Okay, so I figured out why. So when it comes to the way that Sony manufactures things, remember my old theory that like Sony basically they have teams that just build stuff, right? And then the product teams get a chance to walk in those rooms like they're almost like bins, and they're like, "Oh, I want that LCD screen, and I want that sensor, and I want that body type, and I want that battery."
Yeah.
The team that makes that LCD screen that was in the original FX3,
They got fired?
it's not in production anymore. So the biggest thing is the fact that when Sony decided, to no longer manufacture that LCD screen, technically, that would mean they can't make the FX3 anymore. But they had this newer LCD screen that they've already started working into, newer cameras.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, we're just going to take this new screen. We're going to throw it onto the FX3. We're going to call it the FX3a, and this will be our camera that we push out. And I think this does kind of suck if you are like really interested in the FX3. Like if you just bought one, because for the exact same price, you could have technically got one that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But if you are someone who is thinking about buying an FX3, I think this is a win-lose. It's a win in the fact of where I feel like if you were thinking about buying an FX3, you could buy one now with a little bit more confidence for the fact of what we're losing is that I think this means that an FX3 II is not coming anytime soon.
I was just about to say that. Does this push out an FX3 II 2 years?
I don't know if it pushes it out 2 years, but I definitely think it pushes it out at least a year. Because I can tell you right now, if you release an FX3a, and then in 3 months, an FX3 II comes out.
But that's what Sony do, though.
Tables, bro.
Don't they do that?
The tables.
Don't they do that?
Now there are rumors, and I will say the sources for these rumors, they did predict that the FX3a was coming. So they do have some credibility.
Yeah.
But there are rumors right now that are saying that Sony might have another camera coming out this month. The only thing about
on the 21st, I've heard about that.
The only thing about this camera is it's a new camera.
Yeah.
It's not a successor to anything. At least that's what the rumors are currently saying.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, there have been like these crazy, specs being thrown around and these crazy form factors being talked about, but like it doesn't look or seem like any other camera, so you can't really confirm it. So just like it's too early to actually like report on. Yeah. But it does look like right now that Sony might be dropping another camera this month. Yeah. And so it would make sense to let's go ahead and get the FX3a out. what's crazy is right now, if you go to B&H's website, if you want to buy an FX3a, you can actually order one right now. It says it's in stock, and what's you got to be very careful when you look at them because they're the exact same price. But there is the FX3 and the FX3a, so they do have older FX3s still in stock. FX3as are also in stock now.
Do you think they'll discount them?
I don't think it's going to happen immediately, but
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if the FX3, the original one, doesn't go on like a $400 sale just to move the inventory out of the way. So that because they know that, you know, if you have the option to buy the new one or the old one,
Slightly better one, yeah.
you're going to buy the slightly better one.
Well, maybe the other side of the coin is, how good is the FX3 that Sony says, we don't need to make no changes?
Bro, I think that realistically, the way, I don't know if Sony says, look how good the FX3 is. I think what Sony says is, well, y'all still buying it.
Seriously.
As long as y'all still buying it, what's the point of dropping something? Who else got something like us?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got anything like an FX3 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are mirrorless cameras, but like in the cinema space,
That size.
the R5C might be the closest thing to it, but the R5C had its own laundry list of issues. If we get an R5C Mark II, that might push Sony to make a move.
But even the form factor, that's going to be hard.
It's a tough.
That's
to
hard.
me, I always say that the number one thing that I think that Sony has over every single brand right now is the design of the FX3. The FX3's build makes it a suitable camera for video focused shooters. And right now, I want to see because it's got all the screw points on there. Obviously, it's got the hot shoe that has the arm that has XLR inputs. Like the only thing that is really missing is like built-in NDs. If an FX3 Mark II came out and it somehow had built-in NDs like the FX6 does,
the electronic
NDs, bro, it would be game over.
Yeah.
If you're okay with Sony colors,
6K.
bro. I mean 6K would be. I
They
think at
need
this
to.
point today, yeah,
Everybody balling out at 6K.
yeah.
That it would just feel like you made especially if you're not going to update it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better.
But you better go 6K. Just
To
be
be
safe.
fair, the FX3 is an incredible camera. So like, I don't feel like a update to it is bad. Like I don't care. Like I feel like the only people that would be pissed are the people that just recently bought one.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I guess the nice part about this update or this refresh is you're like, I already have an FX3. Why would I buy this one?
Yeah.
So there's no sweat off your back.
All right, so if you enjoyed this clip, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button because we would love for you to join the community. Here, we're just a bunch of nerds who love camera gear and love talking about it every single week, which we do live at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that and you don't miss any of the other clips.